Welcome to Always Analog, where we celebrate the beauty of analog technology in a digital world. Today we're going to look at some pencils, and we're going to look at some, rejects, subpar, factory standards. Now, before you all go clutching your pearls and thinking, what is this world coming to that we're buying factory seconds? I will tell you that over the years, I have bought boxes of Musgrave seconds when they have a good price on them. And you want to know something? Some of them are, problematic, but the overwhelming majority are good. They're decent pencils, and they just had some cosmetic blemish or something like that. And recently, our friend Mamo, Moving About Manipulating Objects, did a review on these Tennessee Red Cedar factory seconds from Musgrave. And I love the Tennessee rounds especially. And after watching his review, I said, I just, for whatever reason, have never ordered any. And I was ordering Christmas gifts from Musgrave because, I give out pencils for Christmas, so what? And I thought, you know what? Some of the best gifts are the ones we give ourselves. So I said, well, let me get some of these and try them and just see how they are. In Mamo's case, honestly, I thought most of the pencils were pretty darn good for being seconds. Some of them had a slight warp to them, but they weren't, awful. Now here, we have some images here where you have a off-center core or a little chip or something like that, and it just says slightly imperfect pencils. And this is from the Tennessee Red line, so they make Tennessee Reds, which are hexagonal. They make Tennessee Rounds, which are round. And in this box, you get 6 of each for a dozen total. Now, let's see, I'm opening up here the business end. Let's get in here and let's get focused. Turn it this way, maybe it'd be better for the light. I don't know. And let's see what we got. Okay. So you can see the reds are on the left, the rounds are on the right. Now, as we go in, this guy's off center. This one slightly here. You see some chips where, as it went through the machine, the wood got gouged a little bit, more so on the hex cuts than on the round cuts, it seems. But okay. The reason I love these pencils, well, there's a number of reasons. But first of all, I think they're pretty darn beautiful. Now, I've not had any of the seconds. I've only had, I guess, what Musgrave would say are their first quality. And so, but I want to look at these. What I really love is look at the wood. Look at the beautiful grain that you get. And there's a few knots, just like, I don't know, you ever go to a lumber yard, you're looking for a piece of lumber and you want to make sure it's straight and not warped and not too knotty, not naughty, and stuff like that. Well, I guess it's sort of the same with these pencils. In terms of imprinting, they're all good. You can see some of these, the imprint is almost hard to make out because it's there, but it got printed on a very dark side of the pencil. Doesn't bother me at all. So some are Tennessee rounds and some are Tennessee Reds. And yeah, it looks like maybe there's a couple here I can see. They look a little bent, a little warped. So okay. Again, from the eraser side, the ferrules all look fine to me. They're all crimped on properly. No issues really at the top end of the pencil. And yeah, some of them aren't quite straight, but that's life. Here you can really see, here this pencil has got a bit of a curve to it, where the wood is a little bit warped, obviously. So this one is a round. Oh, and look at this, also happens to be, maybe not by surprise, the one that was really off center. Well, I would say this is probably one of the worst pencils in the lot, because the lead is off center and the wood has a slight bend to it. So that means, to me, that's the one to sharpen and try. The rest of these, frankly, I think are pretty livable. Yeah, all in all. Okay, let's get our ugly duckling here sharpened up and see how if it performs like a Tennessee Red should. Okay, I sharpened this up in my electric sharpener, and you can see, again, the wood has a bend to it, and the core was off center more than just a little bit, and you can see how it sharpened. It sharpened unevenly. So I'm not surprised about that. Now, how that will hinder the writing experience, well, it could in a few ways. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a hand sharpener here, and I will, next time, this is going to need sharpening fairly quickly because of the unevenness of the sharpen. The wood, however, this cedar wood is lovely and has a nice smell to it. And I just think this pencil is beautiful. It's got a beautiful varnish to it. I love the red imprint. And the main reason to love a pencil, as far as I'm concerned, is how it writes. So let's try that. Oh, yes. Look at that. So, it's got the same graphite in it that all the Tennessee Cedar pencils have. Okay, now look at that tip. I'm warned. So what I'm going to do is let me see if hand sharpening gives any advantage. It may or may not. Maybe a little? I don't know. Okay. I've reviewed this pencil before, not as a factory second, but when they were initially introduced, so that's been a number of years already. You have a fairly considerable smudge drag given the softness of this core. The white eraser is nice looking on this pencil. But as Mama said, looks aren't everything. So you can see it is almost for adornment only because it's a crummy eraser. That's nothing new. Let's break out the Pentel, shall we? Again, this is a soft core that's quite dark and rich, so erasing completely is going to be a challenge. However, we all know that having a good block eraser on hand certainly helps when you have a attached eraser that really doesn't do it. You can see any of these, folks, any of these do a fine job. Attached eraser, everything else. So this doesn't have anything to do with them being factory seconds. That makes them less erasable. That is the pencil. That is the core. So I don't remember what I gave it the first time, but it gets a C+. Just it's okay with a good eraser, but oh, that's a crummy attached eraser. But the white looks good. Boy, if you could get a Pentel eraser, you know, one that fits a ferrule like this on this pencil, you'd really have something. Just saying. Or an eraser as good as a Pentel. So here's what I'll say. It's a gamble. You don't know how many really messed up pencils you might get in a box. But in my experience, this one seemed to be the worst of the lot. And it is certainly usable and I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this thing like crazy. The hand sharpening seems to get a more balanced point on the pencil as opposed to the electric sharpener. So, but it's a cedar pencil, beautiful, and nice core if you like them dark and smooth, and a bargain for the price. So thanks for watching, and I hope everybody's warm and well. We'll see you again real soon here on Always Analog.